Hey everybody, it's Dave here, and today I'm going to try something a little bit different that I haven't done on the channel yet, or off the channel for that matter. I am going to review a product. So, I recently had this big box of card supplies sent to me from Shellz, and I bought everything here. I will give you my quick disclaimer after I open this up, but let's take a look at the product that we had come in. So, I'm going to give you my honest feedback. I have not been paid for my review. I did not receive free product. I paid for all of this, so I thought it might be helpful to take a look at what we get so that you can make up your own minds as to whether or not this is a product you want to try out in the future. And sorry, it's gonna be a little hard to see, but at least right off the bat I can tell you that they packed everything in here pretty well. Let me just go ahead and I'll tilt the bag slightly, hopefully not make too much of a mess. All right, so there's 5 products we're going to be looking for. We have the premium, which are thicker top loaders for Topps Chrome, parallels, and things like that. So that's one of the products. I also have some glove fit PSA sleeves. We have these top loaders, which are their regular Essentials top loaders. And we also have some soft sleeves, which might be the thing I'm most intrigued by here, which you're not usually super intrigued by soft sleeves, but Shellz has a pretty unique approach to that. And we also have some team bags, and I think that's it for the 5 different products that I bought. So you can see the rest of them all packed up here in the box. Oop, I'm knocking the camera around a bunch in this video already. So I'm just going to take out one of each of the products that we're going to review. Let me take a look. So here are some of the Easy Glide soft sleeves here. And that item right there, the less corner dings, is going to be what's particularly interesting here. So we're going to check that out. They take a little bit of a different approach. We'll get one of the packages of team bags as well. Here is the premium graded card sleeves bag as well. And I'm just realizing I did not pull out a graded card to sleeve up, but here is one that we'll be able to sleeve up pretty quickly. And what else do we need for our review? We've got these other products right here. So these are the 5 different products that I bought from Shellz, or Shellz as they brand themselves here. So Shellz, S-H-E-L-Z, S-H-E-L-L-Z rather, I can spell. So I'm going to give you my honest feedback. You know, this is about $100 worth of card protection products here. You know, I just found myself needing some more top loaders and said, you know what? I'm going to try these folks out. I've heard some good things, and we'll check it out. So, again, like I said, I have not been paid for this review. I have no bias or anything like that. If you are interested in sending along product for a review, you can reach out to me via email, ultramodernball@gmail.com, or on Twitter @ultramodernball. I will always give all of you on the channel my honest feedback when it comes to product reviews. So, let's check it out. First, let's go ahead and take a look at the soft sleeves. And as it turns out, wouldn't you know it, I actually have some cards that need to be sleeved up right now. Boy, isn't that what a convenient circumstance. So let's go ahead and take a look at the soft sleeves here from Shellz. And see, this is what's really unique about what they do. It might be a little hard to see on camera, but they pre-cut the corners on these sleeves. So you can see it a little bit in the corner up there. And these corners are pre-cut so that you get fewer corner dings when you put the cards into them, as the packaging states right off the bat, right? Less corner dings, fits the standard top loaders, all of that. So let's try it out. I've actually never seen any of these in practice, but we have a couple paper-based cards here. Yeah, you can already see how that comes in handy, because normally when you have the soft sleeve stretched out, it's going to catch on that opposite corner. But with a paper-based card like this with color on the outside, you want to make sure you're keeping it nice and safe. So I do like that. That's actually pretty neat. I did notice 1 or 2 of these already have some bends in them right off the bat. I don't know if that was something that happened in shipping or if it was me taking it out of the box. Take that information how you will. It's got some couple of marks right there too, but little things like that do happen when it comes to soft sleeves, so not going to ding them for that. But you know, they do seem like higher quality soft sleeves than most. I actually do have a couple of soft sleeves here from we'll call this, I don't want to make this a product versus product comparison, but these ones here are kind of the standard brand, we'll say. And here are the card Shellz one, which I think that they would call themselves a premium brand. And just giving it the old finger test here. Yeah, I mean, these ones are definitely a little bit thicker, not super thick like you see sometimes with those thicker relic soft sleeves or anything like that, but they definitely have a little bit more heft to them than the standard soft sleeves do. It's going to be impossible to see the thickness on those. So yeah, I would say off the bat, I am definitely a fan of the soft sleeves. I love the idea of cutting that corner right off the bat, because I've definitely experienced that issue before where you get corner dings just trying to get the card into there, and that does seem to help quite a bit. So I'm a fan of that for sure, and we can do the rest of these another time, but you get an idea of what that's like there. Actually, I will take out one more because I want to make sure that I'm also testing the thicker top loaders. So we're going to go ahead and top load this Carlos Correa negative here. And yeah, just slides in super smooth. Definitely a fan of the cut corners there. Hopefully we see more of this kind of popping up on the market. And taking a look at the corners, you can see the card is well covered. It's not poking out at all. So as long as you have the card properly loaded in there, there's enough real estate with these soft sleeve protectors to keep it safe. All right, so now let's go ahead and we'll take a look at our two different types of top loaders here. We have the premium 55-point top loaders and the essentials regular size top loaders, which I believe would be, what, 35-point? Does it say on there? I'm so bad with numbers, you guys, but I believe that's a 35 points. So Card Shellz offers these essential top loaders in 100 packs, so that's what I grabbed here. I believe they also have smaller packs if you want smaller packs. You can definitely see a difference between the regular thickness and essentials and the extra thick premium. You can see the color difference right off the bat. The premium has that, I imagine it's a little bit more UV protection with the blue here. But yeah, it does look pretty different, but either way, I think both top loaders look pretty clean, maybe a little bit of static fuzz on this. So let's load up a few cards and we'll see what we think of the quality of these. Likewise, I do have some top loaders to compare them to. So before we get too far, let me go ahead and grab, again, this is we'll call the standard brand. So this is kind of the usual brand that you pick up for top loaders. Not as blue on the Card Shellz Essentials, so I wonder if there is a difference in UV protection. I honestly can't tell you. You can ask Card Shellz that on your own time. In terms of the thickness of them, yeah, I think it's basically just about the same. Trying to just give it a little bit of a pressure test here. But, I'm not really noticing a world of difference between the two. So I would say you can basically think of the Card Shellz Essentials as being the same as the standard brand. I'm not noticing a big difference other than the color, which might be something to ding Card Shellz on, and it might not be. So, feel free to reach out to their product team and ask them whatever questions you want. I did not ask anybody any questions as part of this. Just wanted to give a little bit of an initial feedback and reaction kind of thing. So, the top loaders look good overall. There's nothing fancy about these. They just look pretty standard. So I'll load up these cards here just for the sake of going through the rigmarole, seeing if there's anything unexpected that happens. Yep, that seems, everything here is, feels pretty much normal. Nothing crazy happening here with these top loaders. So we'll load up that Dalton Varsho card right there as well. And we'll put him over here. All right, let me get the essentials out of the way. Fix this card on the stand. All right, and here are the premium ones. We'll get that one out of the way as well. So the premium ones, obviously a little bit more of a bluish tint to them, a little bit thicker. And, they do feel, yeah, these ones definitely feel sturdier. And I have, for this one, I have another premium brand to compare them to. Again, I don't have any particular preference when it comes to top loaders and supplies. I feel like everybody's kind of has their own favorites, or maybe you just pick up whatever you find at a card show or at your LCS or whatever the case may be. But these are two premium brands. They do feel sturdier than the regular thickness top loaders. I would say that these two are pretty comparable. So, definitely has a premium brand feel. In terms of the thicker premium top loaders. And, you know, they look nice and clean. They have that nice bluish tint, so hopefully keeps the cards and the coloration nice and safe over the long term. So I'm just going to load up this one Carlos Correa card here, a little bit of an extra thickness card. And yeah, I mean, it looks pretty sharp. I'm not seeing really any marks on the top loaders. Not that you would expect any from a product that you're just breaking out of the box. So I like these. You know, I think it's a nice, clean look. They feel nice and sturdy. So, you know, you might pay a little bit more for those thicker top loaders than you would for some other brands. But you know what? I think I'm on board with it. Everything there feels really, really sharp. So I like it. All right, so we've got those ones out of the way. Now let's go ahead and we will take a look at the team bags. So we'll do this first. You might use a team bag when you're shipping out one card or multiple cards. This is another area where I don't often really consider the brand. I kind of just get whatever the best deal is. I do have another, again, we'll call it a standard brand to compare it to. So the card Shellz bags are a little bit shorter for what that's worth. I don't know, do they have the dimensions right on the packaging here? No, it doesn't look like it. No dimensions on the packaging. Some team bags tend to be a little thicker, a little taller, a little shorter, whatever the case may be. They do, however, feel, you can see, I'm trying to give it the same amount of pressure. They feel a little bit thicker, so maybe a little bit sturdier support for your cards. So that's, you know, I think what you would expect from a brand like this. I didn't exactly have any cards ready to go to put into the team bag, but for the sake of testing it out, we'll grab some of these silver pack cards right over here off camera. We'll toss them right in here. Nice clean rip on these awful things right here. Those are the bane of your existence no matter what brand you get. Those little plastic pieces that just cling to you. And yeah, you know, I think the team bags, they feel pretty sturdy. They feel, yeah, maybe a little bit thicker than most brands. So I do like those. Yeah, it's a pretty nice feel on those ones. Okay, and the last thing I want to review is just the PSA sleeves. These are cut specifically for PSA cards, as you see sometimes with different products out there. Some graded card sleeves are generic for any type of graded card, whether it be BGS, HGA, CSG, whatever acronym soup you want to refer to. These ones are cut specifically for PSA cards. Now, they don't have the PSA logo on the bottom like this other brand that I do typically have. So that might be a personal preference of yours, depending on whether or not you want that in there. They look to be just maybe slightly shorter, just like the team bag. It's just slightly shorter, not quite as short, not quite as different in height in terms of the team bag comparison, but I'm sure it's going to fit a PSA graded card just fine. I've got this Riley Green right here. Let's toss him in this graded card sleeve and we'll see what we think. Obviously nice and snug for a PSA card. You often see those with the PSA loaders. So it was fighting a little bit to get in there. It might have just been how I was putting that into the bag, but worth noting. And we will tear this guy off right here and secure it. It's funny how the most basic things you do with your collection, it just feels extra pressure when you're recording it on camera, I promise. But it does look nice and clean. You know, obviously it's a great fit. The seal is basically right about where the card trim comes down right here as a reference point. So I think that looks pretty sharp. I do personally prefer to have the PSA logo on those sleeves, you know, and it's not like you have multiple uses for these types of sleeves here, right? Because it's specifically cut for PSA cards. I guess you could use them for team bags if you want to. But it does feel nice and sturdy, feels nice and secure. So, you know, overall, this is a very quick and dirty sort of review for these 5 products. But, you know, I like what I see. I think the biggest differentiator for sure are the soft sleeves with the cut corners. I think that is really kind of a genius design there and the kind of thing that I would seek them out specifically for. I don't know if they have any kind of patent on that or if that's the kind of thing that we'll start to see with more providers, or if that's something that is already out there on the market and they're just the latest brand to do that. I honestly don't know, but I do love these. I would definitely seek out pre-cut corner soft sleeves in the future. when you're looking at the card in the top loader, you can barely even tell until you get nice and close up. And to me, that doesn't hurt the eye appeal at all. The integrity of the soft sleeves seems completely fine despite those cut corners. So I don't see any reason why I wouldn't go for those in the future. As far as the top loaders go, nothing that I'm seeing here is really all that different from other brands on the market. But that said, you can see that they do care about quality. You can see that they put a lot of thought into their packaging, into the quality of their products. So, overall, I would say that, I like what I'm seeing here from Shellz. I would definitely think about reaching out to them in the future. You might end up paying a little bit more for their products as opposed to buying some of the standard off-the-shelf kinds of products that you'll see at your local Walmart, Target, Meijer, stores like that. But sometimes you pay a little bit extra and it gives you some better protection for your cards. So that's something to consider as you check out Shellz. So I don't know if this was helpful. I hope that it was. And again, I am absolutely down to do more product reviews in the future. Feel free to reach out via email at ultramodernball@gmail.com. Again, I have no favorite brands here, no stake in this game. I just thought it would be interesting to take a look at these products and to give you an honest sense of what I think that they bring to the market. So I hope you found this helpful. And if you are interested, feel free to check out Shellz. I believe their website is right on this box. It is cardshellz.com. Not that it's hard to Google anything. Feel free to check them out if you like what you see here. And also, if you like what you see here, why don't you go ahead and hook me up with a like and a subscribe? I'd greatly appreciate it. We do all kinds of fun things on the channel, baseball card giveaways. We do the occasional break. I rip personal product, give you my thoughts on the latest baseball card releases, things like that. Show off some of my PC cards as well. So if you appreciated this video, like and subscribe, and we'll have more fun in the near future. Appreciate you tuning in.